Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. We have a great battle for us here tonight. Two teams with championship aspirations, but trying to define the odds and take a big step closer to that national championship. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
They need the yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Short throw complete to the tight end. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Running with purpose. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made over the middle. He's found some room at the 45. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Quarterback keeps the football. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They look to throw it here on second down. That's caught. It's Chang. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play, but this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
North Carolina, 0.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll test the right side here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Receiver makes the grab, and the gain just good enough for a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's tackled after the catch.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Motion by the back, defense better adjust. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. Yeah, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The ball is caught. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaking free at the 35. It's a fumble. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, the offense catches a break here, lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
They'll hand it off. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quick completion to the tight end. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
Third down, out of the shotgun. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much of a return, but the pick ends a scoring threat and sets the offense up at 33.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. A Last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. And he goes down after a huge gain. What a play for this offense. The spark they needed.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Makes a quick grab. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it. Down he goes. A sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
They go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. There's a ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Quick throw to his receiver. It's caught downfield. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. And the Tar Heels will line up on 1st and 10.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be...
And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. Can he take it all the way? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
One more play before they head to the locker room. They'll give it to the running back. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. Minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Kentucky 14, North Carolina 7.
They'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they look to the right. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Snags the quick throw. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Can he make it to the marker? And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Finds an open target on the left side. Defense makes the stop after the completion. That completion makes it second and medium. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. A new set of downs after that completion.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Second down after that previous play. The back's got it. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. They'll try a pass here. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And the Tar Heels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, UNC. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Pass caught. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught. Completion. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. This one falls incomplete on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
They bring him down at the 45 at a solid gain to keep this drive going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Play action here on 1st down. Now rolling out to his left. He's going to pull it down and run. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's real.
That football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Boy, when you're running your quote-unquote 4-minute offense, it's a combination of working the clock and getting productive yards. They were doing that. And then to end it with a fumble just ruins that opportunity. Now you give your opponent a chance to not just get the recovery, but a chance to go down and win the game.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes a quick catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He pulls it in for a big gain. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between.
Touchdown, Wildcats. They jump in front here in the 4th.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
21, North Carolina, 14. Return throws out of bounds.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, he'll let it go. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 3rd down coming up after that running play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
Love to see this with the lead late in the game. Get in the postseason, you got to trust your offensive line and your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a 1st down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
There's the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd and 1, but you figure they'll run the ball here to work the clock. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught quickly. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. See if he can make a play on this return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? The pocket breaking down. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Boy, how about this offense coming through in the clutch? The quarterback makes the throw. Good job by that offensive line. And the receiver delivers for this touchdown. Now, you're down one and you're the head coach. You've worked all this time. This entire season comes down to this. Do you kick the extra point to tie it, or do you go for the lead?
From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the up men. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Kentucky offense will take over. First and 10.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. First down. We're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. One last pass at St. Paul's incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. I'm so impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch them, see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.